Welcome. It is late. The world outside is quiet. You are safe. You are warm. And your head is resting on something soft. Tonight we will talk about that softness. The pillow beneath you. It feels like it has always been soft. But for most of history, it was not. The first pillow was made of stone. Let us go back very far. To a time before feathers. Before cloth. Before cotton. To the first bed that was not a bed at all. The earliest known pillows can be traced to Mesopotamia, the region known as the cradle of civilization, centered in modern-day Iraq. Around 7000 BCE. These were not soft. They were carved from stone. The top was carved into a cradle shape, a half-moon shape to support the neck. They had a practical purpose. When you slept on the floor, insects would crawl into your mouth, into your nose, into your ears. A stone bolster lifted your head. It created a small barrier. It kept bugs and vermin out. It also stayed cool in the heat. But stone was expensive. Carving it took time. So only the wealthy used pillows. In Mesopotamia, the number of pillows you owned symbolized status. The more pillows one owned, the more affluence he or she held. It was not about comfort. It was about ownership. Imagine resting your head on cool, hard stone, listening to the quiet of a house made of mud brick. Knowing that this hard thing beneath you meant you were safe from what moved in the dark. For thousands of years, that was the pillow. Then, along the Nile, the pillow took a different shape. In ancient Egypt, people rested their heads on low wooden or stone supports. These are called headrests. They were not soft. They were made of two parts. A base and a stem attached to a cradle. The curved upper section held the head above the bed. They have been part of Egyptian culture for over 2,500 years. We have examples from the 6th dynasty, around 2360 to 2195 BCE. From the period of 2055 to 1985 BC, when they were associated with mummies and tombs. And from the New Kingdom, around 1550 to 1070 BCE. They were important articles used for sleeping areas. They had several functions. They supported a person's neck while sleeping. They eased the circulation of air around the head in the hot summer nights. And they kept wigs and braiding from being damaged during sleep. In Egypt, elaborate hairstyles took hours. A wooden support protected them. These headrests are still used in some African regions for the same reason. To protect the head and to let air move. The Egyptians also believed the head was sacred, the essence of life. So they made amulets called wurs. The wurs was an amulet that symbolically represented the pillow under the head of a mummy, to provide support and to keep demons away in the afterlife. You can picture it. A small, smooth piece of wood. Dark from oil. Cool to the touch. A single candle burning nearby. Your neck resting in its curve. It was firm. It was not soft. But it was familiar. In China, the pillow remained hard for a very long time. Over many Chinese dynasties, pillows were made from a wide range of materials, including bamboo, jade, porcelain, wood, and bronze. Porcelain pillows became the most popular. The use of the porcelain pillow first appeared in the Sui dynasty. between 581 and 618. Mass production of the porcelain pillow began in the Tang dynasty, between 618 and 907. They reached the climax in terms of production and use in the Song, Jin, and Yuan dynasties, from the 10th to the 14th century. And they gradually phased out in the Ming and Qing dynasties, from 1368 to 1911. With the emergence of better pillow-making materials. During the Song dynasty, from 960 to 1279, objects for daily use in both the imperial palace and ordinary homes, including pillows, were commonly ceramic. Sleeping on a hard ceramic pillow may not seem comfortable, but they had reasons. They were designated as cooling aids while sleeping. Porcelain stays cool in the summer heat. Some were hollow, allowing air to flow. They were also believed to keep the eyes healthy. They were believed to encourage a better sleeping position for the body. And they helped to maintain intricate hairstyles worn by women of the upper class. Just like in Egypt, they decorated them beautifully, making them different shapes, painting pictures of animals, humans, and plants on them. Lion-shaped ceramic pillows were particularly popular during the Song Jin period. They were firm, cool, smooth. And then, in the West, softness finally arrived. The Greeks and Romans developed soft pillows filled with reeds, feathers, or straw. Around 500 BCE in ancient Greece, pillows started looking more like what we would recognize today. They were made of cloth stuffed with natural materials, such as straw or feathers. In Rome, pillows made of softer materials, such as cloth and feathers, gained popularity. They began to be symbols of comfort and luxury. It was a change in idea. A pillow was no longer just for protection. It was for comfort. The Roman naturalist Pliny the Elder wrote that feather pillows were invented and became famous in Gaul. For the first time, a pillow could be soft. But only the wealthy enjoyed them. Feathers were expensive. Down was a luxury. Most people still slept on straw. It would take many more centuries, until the Industrial Revolution, for cotton pillows to be mass-produced in factories, allowing easy and affordable access to softness. So tonight, think about this long journey. From carved stone in Mesopotamia around 7000 BCE, made to keep bugs away, to wooden headrests in Egypt from 2360 BCE, made to support the neck and protect hair, to cool porcelain in China from the Sui dynasty in 581, made to keep you cool and healthy, to cloth and feathers in Greece around 500 BCE, made for comfort. Each culture was trying to solve the same quiet problem: how to rest the head. Your own pillow is the answer to all of those attempts. It is soft. It is warm. It holds the shape of you. So allow your neck to settle. Allow your head to feel heavy. You are safe. You are warm. And the history of pillows can wait. Until tomorrow. Sleep well.